I'll form into a fog of folly. How in Kent can a cat keep from flipping his lid and blowing his bundle? But do not let fury's cry chafe your cheeks, for I, everyone's favourite everyman, aka Richard Ayoade, am here to get your short-haul ship to shore.
Lassoed to a litany of light-ent entities, I'm going to glibly guide you through a global gamble.
This is travel without mercy.
Tonight, we double down on the Cote d'Azur, flip-flopping from Nice to Monaco. 11 mil persons per annum parade on this sun-strafed shore, lured by the questionable prospects of levity. Joining me to show that travel isn't just about enjoyment is comedian and prominent Midlander Shazia Mercer.
Yes! We're very close, Richard.
Very unhappy about it.
Together we will command the highways.
14 kilometres an hour is a perfectly acceptable speed.
Convert nouns into verbs.
Look at him with his big yacht, yachting over us.
And wazzow wads at the wheel.
Calm down, Shirley Valentine. We're here, but should we have come?
We'll soon find out.
That sounded ominous.
Two hours by wing sees us on the shores of Nice, the common law capital of the Cote d'Azur.
Finding it very difficult to keep the shape of this hat.
It looks very good, Richard.
Yes, very kind of you, but it's completely ungoverned. I think I may have to send it back for moulding.
It's perfect for this area. But anyway, why have you brought me to the Cote d'Azur?
We're literally about to cut to an explanatory montage. The Cote d'Azur, or Blue Coast, was so named in 1887 by some dude and takes in the tranche of turf from the Rhone River to the Italian coast. We're talking Saint to the Tropez, Cannes, Nice and Mont to the out of the Co. This sought-after strip has a pop of approx 4.5 mil, who wantonly withstand 300 days of rays a year. The bods who've dumbed down in this district include the medieval Russell Grant, Nostradamus, a passel of painters, e.g. Cézanne and your boy Matisse, a tank of taxi Formula 1 types, and high-profile xenophobe Brigitte Bardot.
With the whole region through which to wang, we wangle some wheels.
Is it nice car or nice car?
As you prefer.
Okay.
We play with the word nice.
It's lovely wordplay.
Because I like to be patronised by passing pedestrians, we hire a Nice car. Little did I know, it came with an invisible whoop generator.
Woo! Woo! Come on!
Is this your first time in a powered vehicle?
Patrons can follow a set route or roam free. We opt for a 2 heures tour round central Nice and its immediate vicinity. With our slow chug along the Promenade Anglais, stoking the vapours of vehicular rage, Shazia seeks to reclaim the narrative.
Bonjour! We are seriously royalty.
I think you're confusing royalty with laughing stock.
We trundle towards Trompe-l'œil, Le Chaise de Sable, and use a gratis Nice car app to get the automated word on the route about what's en route.
The 75-ton steel structure symbolises the 9 boroughs forming the former county of Nice.
So that is the 9 oblique line.
Which sounds like a massive Attack album.
Another potentially alienating pop culture reference made, we hobble into the hills.
I like it that it's very green up here.
It is very
And then
green.
you've got the sea down there.
You've got the two colours right next to one another.
I feel the natural beauty of the south of France really coming through now. I know I sound like David Attenborough's own type.
Almost alarmingly so. That Blue Planet voiceover job is yours.
Ooh, great
A little bit of
emergency
overconfidence.
stop there.
After my precision stop, we flop out at the Fort du Mont-Auban, whence we can force a full vista of Cap Ferrat into our breeze-buffeted eyeballs.
Wow,
Tax exemption. It is.
it's amazing. One day I think I'll own
The whole bay.
Me and Shirley Bassey will live next door to each other.
Okay.
We'll be neighbours.
Like some kind of episode of Bread.
Me, Elton John, Shirley Bassey.
Should we go and see this more or less intact 16th century garrison?
Yes.
Garrison 50 men.
Well, it was built between 1556 and 1560. Apparently.
That's right. I don't think there's a coffee shop here.
Actually, the entire back of the fort has been repurposed as a costa. So after a soothing cup of watery joe, we feel sufficiently caffeinated to plough on.
Is this your regular shopping experience.
I do like markets when I'm on holiday because you get things like, look, sausages,
Sure.
jam,
Yeah.
cheese, all in one area.
Have you been to a supermarket before?
This is all out in the open.
So you don't like roofs?
We've come to sink some soccer. Since 1925, this Niswazian chickpea mere metres from the market, then peddled under pain of death to Teresa's stall.
Here comes the unleavened pancake man.
Oh, the pancake man.
Yes.
Oh, well, look at
Yeah.
the size of that
It's
pancake.
I don't think that's one. I think they cut it up. Deux, s'il vous plaît.
Deux?
Merci. Fluent.
Très bien, Richard. Oh, is that salt?
It's a little pepper on it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You're very good at doing
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Merci
Au
beaucoup,
revoir.
mademoiselle.
Au
Au
revoir.
revoir.
Did your heart break a little bit when you found out she wasn't putting Nutella on these?
Yes, I mean, I wanted honey, cream, strawberries.
Yeah, the basic snack items.
Who puts pepper on a pancake?
I mean, my blood sugar's basically the same. That's not what I want from a snack.
It's quite nice, actually.
It's quite nice, though. It's
I
good.
can really taste the chickpeas.
Oh, that unleavened chickpea's unmistakable.
Humbled by our hubris, we decide to redeem ourselves with the crutch of culture.
Can I draw your attention to that? Thinking inside the box. Sasha Sonzo
It did catch my eye, yes.
stands 85 metres high.
It's very interesting. It's like a Rubik's Cube without the colours.
That's not the feedback he wants.
As two of the British Isles' foremost time-tight aesthetes,
Oh, my God.
we need to restrict the scope of our parameters to one place, one artist, and one distinct hue.
Am I missing something, or is that just a blue square?
How dare you say that to this piece?
I mean, it is a blue square, you can't deny that.
I'm not sure it's definitely a square.
Yves Klein became well famous for the works rendered solely in the hue known as International Klein Blue. That's right, dude was IF for IKB.
Do you prefer that one?
The blue one, or the blue one?
Well, this is just loose pigment. You mustn't touch it, though. If you let one rip, this could be onto the deck. I'm not saying you would.
It looks like the Queen's carpet.
Klein took a shade close to lapis lazuli and mixed it with a resin to create a bluer than blue blue.
What happened?
3 women daubed with paint applied to the chest area, the stomach and the buttocks made this.
What, and dragged across the canvas?
I think they self-propelled. There's a lot of action in this bit.
What happened there?
Maybe one of them coughed.
I do like it. I mean, I would buy it.
After Shazier's final low 3-figure offer was roundly rejected, we leave to locate our quarters, the Windsor.
Hello. Bonjour. Hello.
Hello. Bonjour.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
2 rooms, please. 2 chambres, s'il
Oui,
vous plaît.
tout à fait.
Each annum, the lobby becomes an art installation.
It's art.
I'm sensing hostility.
It's very unusual. There's these 2 men here sliding on bars of soap. Quite funny if you look at it long enough.
Yes, many things are.
The elevator is the work of former Andy Warhol protege Ultraviolet.
8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
Upstairs, 31 of the 57 rooms
Thank you.
are decorated by artists, mined by Ben Vautier in his distinctively persistent daub.
Well, this is relaxing.
While Shazier is stunned into Stendhalian solemnity by Francois Morellet's white and yellow scheme.
I feel like I'm in hospital. Yes.
Oddly unable to sleep, we lock up and lollop out to find the smallest, most authentically Niswazian restaurant on the whole Azurian coast. We meet success with uncanny alacrity.
They have no email here. There's no phone.
Right, so it's like 1936.
Yes.
Do you know what? It feels like a sauna. I mean, we are literally on top of each other.
Over 20 years ago, chef Dominique Lestonc turned his 2 Michelin-starred back on uptown shiz picked up some denim overalls and got rustic in this low-key bistro.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
In defiance of Dominique's controlling finger, I order the layered meat, while Shazia opts for onion tart.
Oh, do I have to finish this?
The sentence every restaurateur wants to hear. Do I have to finish this?
Next, pasta vert and pesto. And oxtail and orange.
What I noticed was he didn't give me any parmesan.
And there's no massive pepper mill.
There was no show.
Have you ever been tempted to buy a giant pepper mill for personal use?
What do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Not in a sexual use way.
It's a pepper mill.
I know.
That would be one of the worst things.
Who said for personal use? I do like large pepper mills
Why not?
for use with pasta dishes.
Before I have a moment to fully mourn the death of innocence, it's time for pud-pud.
I'll have chocolate mousse.
Well, if you have mousse, I might have pears and have some of your mousse.
Yeah, okay.
You're not a sharer.
No,
Tell
I
me.
am a sharer.
You're not a sharer.
I just don't like people getting into my mousse.
I understand. When I mentioned trying some of your mousse, your face dropped.
My mousse is for me.
You protect your portion.
With barely a begrudging glance, Shazia relents and graciously consents to a partial dessert division.
Don't drop it in my pear juice.
You want more mousse?
Not now.
Yeah, but stop looking at it then.
I'm not looking at it.
You were looking at it, that means you want it. You do want it.
The moment's passed. I do
Oh.
not want it. What is this?
There you go. You were looking at my mousse.
I was not looking on it. What are you, 12?
The remainder of our repast whizzes by in a similar whirl of rye repartee, and the magic only ends when we're asked to leave and never come back. Coming up, a second part, in which we pretend to care about the man on the street.
Think of the people on the 50 bus.
Wander at nature.
To be fair, a lot of it looks like knickknacks.
And go to the world's brightest casino.
Calm down, Shirley Valentine.
Comedian Shazia Mercer and I, the heavily compromised Richard Ayoade, are taking a 2-day detour around the Cote d'Azur. In part 1, we ruled the roads.
Did they just flip us the bird?
Questioned the male gaze.
I always find the female form rather more attractive than the male form.
Have you seen David Beckham?
And tested the limits of the word literally.
Do you know what? It feels like a sauna. We are literally on top of each other.
In part 2, the unwelcome continuation of part 1, we take flight from France and copter down the coast.
This is not like the 50 bus, is it?
No, it's like the title sequence for 50 Shades of Grey, but where nothing's going to happen. Helicopters are where it started to go wrong for Oasis.
Yeah, do you think so?
The 7-min journey is the most frequent scheduled helicopter service in the world, with 50 flights per day choppering off at 15-min intervals, or mintervals.
I can swim, you know.
Can you?
Can you swim?
Of course I can't.
Look down then. Look down.
If this crashes, I'm not going to try and survive. Oh, okay. I have to say the pilot landed that admirably.
We need to give him a round of applause.
Well done. Probably what the Crown Prince of Monaco does.
Monaco is the most densely populated country on Earth and consists of 10 wards. Monte Carlo is one of them. Let's find out if it's only a hatred of redistributing wealth that draws people here.
Do you know what? To look at these people, I wouldn't actually know that any of them were millionaires.
Well, 1 in 3 of the population are millionaires.
I haven't seen any Rolexes.
You're not.
No, no cigars.
You're just scoping wrists.
I've just been looking and there's nothing there.
After a brief bundle round the old town,
Imagine, part of this might be televised.
we hobble to the harbour
Lovely.
If you like blue sea.
to find an affordable ride amongst the stifling yawn of yachts.
We'll wait for the bateau bus.
Bus de batteur.
€2 a person.
Is that return?
I think it's just one way.
See if you can get 2 for the price of 1.
I'll haggle. I'll certainly haggle.
For years, I wondered whether my correspondence course on European mooring fees had been an overly niche endeavour. But today, I was finally vindicated.
Do you know how much it costs to moor your yacht here? 1,200 euros per day. Of course, it goes up during the major yachting events, so avoid those. During the Grand Prix, 86,000 euros for a week for a large yacht.
Do you think the people on the small yachts look at the people on the big yachts and go, oh, look at them, they're so up themselves, who do they think they are?
Why can't they have a more modest yacht?
Look at him with his big yacht, yachting over us. That one's got taxis attached to it.
That's a cruise ship.
Seeing taxis on a cruise ship always reminds me of one singular sir.
I miss Roger Moore.
I really liked him. He was my favourite Bond.
Of course he was. He was a man of elegance.
He had very old-fashioned values.
He did.
Here's a diamond, love. That kind of thing.
Put the kettle on. Okay.
Not bad for €2.
It's not bad. Didn't even pay the guy.
Before the guy referred to tracks us down and extracts his bitter retribution, we take refuge in the Jardin Exotique, home to the world's largest collection of succulents and cacti.
I feel cacti and I are relatively similar in terms of approachability.
I feel like we're in a Clint Eastwood film.
We're the comic relief scenes that people would skip through on the DVD.
Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur.
Bonjour.
Nous avons 300 marches pour descendre, 300 marches à remonter, alors nous y allons tranquillement.
OK, d'accord.
Toujours tranquillement.
OK.
Allez, nous sommes partis.
Eddie Izzard makes a big deal of doing this.
But he has jokes in it as well.
What are you talking about?
Entrance to the garden also entitles you to visit La Grotte de l'Observatoire, the only cave in Europe that gets warmer as you descend. That's right, it's oppressive and hot.
It feels like, you know, when you go on the London Underground and you can't be bothered to get in the lift, and then you decide to take the stairs and then you don't realise there's 3 million steps? That's what this feels like.
OK.
Guide Patrick's 35-min tour helps you realise on a visceral level just how much can be said about caves.
Et là, ils ont trouvé tout ce qui est ossements animaliers, seulement.
And geology also as well.
De là, vous avez un panaché de toutes ces concrétions de calcaire.
And how crucial it is to repeatedly warn.
Faites attention ici, c'est mouillé et glissant. Hein?
OK.
Faites attention à la tête.
The thrilling climax is the system's largest chamber, the cathedral, with some parts that look exactly like spires.
Wow.
A feature that's the very facsimile of an organ.
Wow, lovely jubbly.
And a protrusion that couldn't look any more like the Virgin Mary without it being plain spooky.
Et voici, là, nous sommes dans la salle des cathédrales.
Hard to leave us, really.
I think we did connect, didn't we?
On some basic level, yes.
Yeah. Will you keep in touch?
No.
OK.
There's a lot to see here.
There is.
A lot of beauty in here.
Yes.
Different colours, different shapes.
But to be fair, a lot of it looks more like someone's put a Barocca in a massive bucket of cream soda.
Oh, tasty.
Our horizons both expanded and oddly shrunken. We bowl into Monte Carlo itself.
Well, for motoring nuts like us, what a thrill to be at the highest point of the Monaco Grand Prix circuit, 44 metres above its lowest point.
Wow.
Buoyed by Shazier's enthusiastic response to my seamless stat-off, I guide us into Monaco's most famous landmark, the Monte Carlo Casino. Opened in 1863, it transformed this minuscule principality into its current Mediterranean majesty.
You'll no doubt remember this casino from the smash hit film Once Upon a Crime.
Really?
Yeah.
The tithe from this dice joint has jacked up Monaco's economy for an eon and allows residents to avoid the egregious iniquities of income tax.
Well, this is my natural habitat. You must spend a lot of time in casinos in your civilian life.
I do.
In the afternoon, the dress code is reassuringly smart cash, and the Callow card shark can even get some expert guidance. With a stack of bumps on our hips, we bum down with the rest of the waxworks at the blackjack table.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonsoir. Okay, this is blackjack. Do you know how to play?
Of course not.
No.
The aim of the game is to take cards as near as possible to 21 without exceeding it, okay?
Okay.
Place your bet.
I'm going to start with 10 euros.
It's a good idea.
I think I'll go higher. Do you know Bruce Forsyth? No?
OK, one more, please.
17.
I need to go one higher, please.
44.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I won.
You bust.
No, you bust. It's the opposite of winning. You've lost.
Oh,
You
so I
bust.
went over by
you went
3.
Over. You went over. Oh,
I've
come
not-
off.
I
This is
know.
a bit suspicious. 21.
The casino always wins.
Let's try again.
Sure.
Fresh from his stint at the Overlook Hotel, Romain deals another belief-begging hand.
Dude, you've got 21 twice in a row.
Yeah.
I'm putting another 10, and this time I advise you to watch it.
Yeah. I'm a dangerous woman. I'll go 50.
Go 50. Off you go.
Oh, what?
Jack.
Oh, 6.
Blackjack.
Stop.
You basically lost.
I haven't lost, I've literally won.
You have blackjack.
I've got blackjack.
What does that mean?
And when you have 2 cards, aces and 10, it's blackjack.
So I might go for it, actually.
Go for it.
You hit?
Yeah.
Oh,
43.
crumbs, you're unlucky. Look me in the eyes.
Oh my God.
Level with me.
Oh
You've
my
got
God.
3 21s in a row.
Yes, yes.
My advice is lose one so it looks plausible. That's my advice.
In an attempt to soothe the smart of such a suspicious stiffing, we rock up to the roulette table.
Where can I put this with the best chance of winning?
In your pocket.
That's not a victory.
No.
I sensibly select all numbers between 13 and 36, while Shazia stakes 0 to 12, ensuring a definite score for one of us.
Bang.
It looks
Roll 'em.
nice.
Roll 'em, Jerome.
14.
14.
Bang.
Well, it's a good job I didn't gamble the
Big
house.
win.
It's good.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
but
walk away. Always walk away a winner.
You only got 10 chips more. It's not massive.
50 euros. Ouch. Stings, does it? 50 euros down.
50 euros.
Ooh.
What do you want to do with that one?
You keep it, Jerome.
Thank
Yeah?
you, sir.
You keep that.
Thank you.
No
Okay.
probs.
That emphatic victory helps claw back some of our savage spend of £463.50 per person, with not a penny used to straighten my hat, which by this point is practically a sombrero. I mean, look at it.
This is where all the vertigo sufferers in Monaco come to build up tolerance.
Rich vertigo sufferers.
That goes without saying.
So, yes.
How have you found the experience of not just Monaco, but Nice, the Cote d'Azur?
There were many quirky things about it, like the Nice cars. I really enjoyed them.
Or nice cars?
I really liked the tiny restaurant.
We were closer than was ideal.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
I like the helicopter. If you want something short and thrilling, that's the thing to do, I think. Go
Well,
in
there are
helicopter.
other things.
I know, but I think
the
the
helicopter is up there.
Were there any high points for you?
Aside from the delight of your company, being amongst so many cacti, I felt they respected my boundaries, I respected their boundaries. I liked that they'd all decided on a colour scheme. What a privilege, what a joy. And another thing ticked off my bucket list. If you had to choose between Nice and Monaco, and you do have to choose,
Yes.
which would you choose?
I would choose Monaco.
Would you?
As a tourist, there's a lot to see, and there's always a chance things could change for you overnight, and you could become a millionaire just like that.
You beat the system.
And I like that thrill.
Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
being a steadfast companion.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we have spent a good deal of our funds on that helicopter,
Yeah.
so we're going to have to walk at least halfway back.
Okay, let's do that then.
We'll get the plane from Frankfurt.
Okay.
It's cheaper.
Well, that's it for this series of Travel Man. Next Monday at 8:30, would you pay £100 for a bottle of water? Tricks of the Restaurant Trade is back for a new series. Next tonight, water's not the problem. It's the lack of food on the island with Bear Grylls.